Video highlighting features of Playbook on 3. Playbook on 3 is an app for iPad, and it allows you to create and animate plays and organize those plays into playbooks that you can then share with your other coaches and with your players. They can then view those plays using either the Playbook on 3 app or the PlayView on 3 app, which is just a viewer only. So when the app comes up, the first screen is the playbook screen, so I've already created several playbooks. When you tap a playbook, you get the options to either show the play series in that playbook, and a play series is just a folder, and that allows you to organize your plays into folders, into series. Or you can go ahead and look at all of the plays that you've created. You can rename a playbook, copy a playbook, email it, airdrop it, or delete the playbook. So the email and airdrop is how you share playbooks with your other coaches and your players. So let's go ahead and take a look at some plays that I've already created in the offensive playbook. Go to the play series, and here are some folders that I've already created. For example, I have a folder for blocking, play calls and audibles, for routes, and then various play series. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Power Eye. I can either show the plays or I can change the plays. So go ahead and take a look at that. So when you change the plays, it shows you all the plays that you have created in this playbook, and then you can select which plays you want to be in this folder. If it's not checked, it's not in. If it's checked, it's in. So if I'm going to show the plays in a play series, here are some plays that I've already defined. You can create new plays with the plus button. When you tap a play, I've already created it and animated the play. So we'll just jump into viewing of the play. And this is also what you see if you just have the PlayView on 3 app, which is just a viewer. So it doesn't allow you to create the plays, but you can view playbooks that are sent to you. So you can hit the play button, and then that'll show you the animations that were defined for this play. You can hit the reset button. You can tap a player, and it will show you any player instructions that were defined for that player. Right. As you're playing it back, you can change the playback speed, so you can slow it down, speed it up. If you tap the screen during playback, it'll pause it, and then you tap it again, it'll resume playback. All right, so let's look at creating a play. So go ahead and I'll create a new playbook. So you just type in the name and then select the sport. So currently basketball, football, field hockey, ice hockey, lacrosse, and soccer are all supported. I'll go ahead and select basketball. So I don't know exactly how I want to organize my plays yet. I'll just go ahead and start creating some plays, and then I can always put them into folders later. So I'll create a simple play here. We'll tap the play and we'll go ahead and create it. So since I selected basketball, I'm seeing that background for a half court. I can cycle back the background to full court, or I can cycle it to no background at all. I think I'll go ahead and set up for a half court. All right, the operation that is currently selected is add operation, and that object is an offensive player. So wherever I tap the screen now, it's going to drop an offensive player. I can change to a defensive player. Again, tap the screen. I can change the object to the ball itself and tap the screen where I want the ball. I can change the scale of those objects using the stepper, so if I want to make them larger or smaller. Right, so whatever my preference is, I'll just set it at 1. So under operations, I can move an object. So now that I'm in move object, whatever object I tap and drag, it's going to move it. Or I can move all objects with a single drag on the screen. Okay, up in the top right, there's play description, so I can tap that, and then I can enter in, whatever generic play description I want to have for this play. Player's instructions, again, I can tap the change instructions, so now any player I tap will bring up the box, and I can tap in the specific instructions for this player on this play. Okay, I can draw lines in several different colors. I'll go ahead and do black with a line width of 1. So as I tap the screen, it's going to tap out a line, and then I can either undo it if I don't like it, or I can hit done. I can tap out another line. I can change the color. So I can change the line width. So do our next line here, I'm going to tap out in green. And then the last line I'll do here, I'll do in brown. And I'll go ahead and just set that back to a line width of 1. And tap the screen for the ball pass, and we're done. There's another draw method. If I don't want to tap it, I can do freestyle. And then freestyle, as I drag my finger across the display, it's just going to draw that line. To delete a line, just highlight that operation and then tap the line that I want to delete. Also, if I tap somewhere where there's maybe multiple lines, then I can cycle through. If there were multiple lines in that area, I can tap next, and that'll just toggle through it, and then I can delete the highlighted line if I want. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show animation now. So we've created this static play. Animations are done in a series of sequences. Right now we're showing the first sequence, and the operation is create path. So now as I tap the screen for a player, it's going to create a path for that player. Again, I hit done. And then I can play that back to see how that looks. And I can reset that. And I can change the duration if, I think that was a little too slow, so let's speed it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go to the second sequence. Actually, let me go back to that sequence because I want this player to also move, so I'm going to create a path for him. Say done. Now let's go to the second sequence. And now I'm going to do a path for this player. So I'll tap the screen, hit done. And then at the same time he's moving, we're going to have this player here. I'm going to draw a path for the ball being passed and hit done. So if I hit play all now, it's going to show me all my sequences that I have. So that's okay. I'll go to the third sequence. And this is where I'll draw a path for the ball, just for the shot itself. And that's a little slow, so let me speed that up a little bit. Okay, so I've got that. I can go back to any sequence using the stepper. You can delete a path if you change the operation to delete path, and now I just tap it, and just like deleting a line, I can delete a path. I can delete a whole sequence if I want. That will not only delete the sequence I'm on, but any subsequent sequences. And then also I can show callouts for each sequence. So I toggle the callout, I tap it, and then if I want to show some information here while the sequence is running, and then go ahead and go to the second sequence and do a callout for that. Alright, so now if I play all, it's going to show those callouts while the animation is running. So that's basically it. One other thing I'll show you is after you've created a play, you can save it as a template. So under template, you can do save as and just give it a name. So now that that's saved, if I go and I create a new play, I can go into that play to create it, and I can load the previously saved template. Under Load Template, AA, and now I can start from there. You can also email or airdrop templates to other coaches if you want to pass plays that way. So that, in a nutshell, is Playbook on3. If you have any questions, you can tap the About in the upper left. It'll show you the version, our web page, and our email, where you can email us anytime with any questions or issues that you have. Also, on every screen, there is an info button in the upper right that you can tap and get additional information. So we hope you enjoy the app, and again, contact us if you have any questions. Thank you.